Good morning. My name is Jason Rathje, and I'm the director of AFVentures, the commercial investment group inside the Department of the Air Force. Our mission is to leverage commercial technology ventures to drive better capability to the warfighter faster. How we invest in companies is by partnering with the Air Force's Small Business Innovative Research and Small Business Technology Transfer programs to invest in 3 phases where we bring in new ideas, help source those ideas with mission partners, and scale those ideas inside the department. This 3-phase process at AFVentures is also known as the open topic. Open because we allow any company with any idea to pitch in. To break it down, in phase 1, any company with any idea can receive up to $50,000 to working with AFVentures to demonstrate technical feasibility of your idea and meeting an airman or guardian mission need. Companies who are successful in phase 1 then have the opportunity to receive $750,000 from AFVentures in phase 2 to take that idea and prototype its ability to actually meet that mission priority. But we know that prototype contracts don't always get companies to recurring revenue, and they certainly don't always transition new technologies into the department. And at the end of the day, if we're investing in prototypes, but we're not taking those prototypes to market, we're not taking those prototypes and getting them into the hands of airmen and guardians, we haven't done our jobs. And so in the 3rd phase, we can invest in scale contracts. These contracts are worth up to $15 million to take your ideas, your prototypes, and to transition them into Air and Space Force programs of record where they're making big impact on the daily lives of our airmen and guardians. Now, why do we invest in this way? The seed, prototype, and scale stages of our investment strategy are aligned with high growth investment strategies from across the private investment base. We know at AFVentures that the vast majority of the funding and capital that's available to you as a company is going to come from outside of the DoD fence line. It's going to come from outside of the federal government. Over 80% of today's research and development funding comes from the private sector. So it's incredibly important to us in the Air and Space Force to understand where that money is going, what technologies are being developed from that investment, and how we might be able to partner with those sources of investment in order to take those ideas and scale them into the department. As said by General Bunch, today's Air Force maintains superiority on the battlefield. But the ubiquitous access to technologies that are developed by commercial sources of funding may see that change in the future. At AFVentures, our job is to partner with commercial technology providers, with companies like yourselves who are developing new technologies that have strong commercial applications, and finding ways where we can work with those new ideas, those new technologies inside the department and get them into the hands of our airmen and guardians. But we also know there's a lot of benefits to this co-investment strategy. We know that companies who have taken an investment from multiple sources of capital, whether that's from us and private sources of capital or us and other government sources of funding, have availability to additional capital, but also have availability and access to additional smart capital. The more concepts and ideas that are vetted by different organizations, whether public or private, the more eyeballs you have on that idea, the more access you have to incredibly talented people, both within and outside of the government, who can help your company grow and be successful. We found that the vast majority of companies who have received multiple sources of investment from us and from other mission partners have done incredibly well in scaling their technologies into meeting a department mission need. We see greater returns for owners, faster growth, and faster trajectories for transitioning those technologies into the department. Through our model, for example, it takes on average less than 6 months to commercialize a prototype effort after the prototype contract is complete. The companies we've invested in through $710 million of Air Force SBIR and STTR funding to date have gone on to raise over $2.2 billion in private investment and win $1.4 billion in non-SBIR non-recurring revenue contracts from the DoD. This means that companies are successful in the investment stage, in the development stage, in order to get from where we sit, investing in non-recurring revenue, co-investing with private sources of capital, to recurring revenue somewhere inside the DoD. Now, today's Pitch Perfect Collider event has some of the nation's most renowned angel investors. An angel investment for us is a great step for companies with new ideas to see whether or not those ideas have traction on the commercial side. It's important for us to continue to work with our investment partners to better understand where commercial markets are heading so we can better understand where commercial investment is going. And as a department, we need to be able to better leverage those investments to supporting Air and Space Force mission needs. We encourage you to seek opportunities with investment partners from across the federal government and from across the private sector. More access to ideas and more access to smart capital will certainly do you no harm and increase your ability to better understand what is happening in today's investment sector so that you can better leverage it for the successes of your business. We wish you a great day today. We're excited about the opportunities this event provides companies like yourselves, and we look forward to working with you at AFVentures on the other side.